Hello there, thanks for watching this video. This video is about the active and inactive smoker. First of all, we have the smoke coming out from the cigarette tip. It's more dangerous than the inhaled smoke. The smoke that passes through the filter of the cigarette is less harmful. When the smoke is inhaled, most of the carbon will get deposited in the alveoli. This can be demonstrated by blowing the smoke forcibly against the fingernail. You take the smoke in mouth and blow it against the fingernail, and you can see the formation of dark spots. Next, you take the smoke into your lungs and then blow it against the fingernail. This time it will fail to produce a stain or a spot in your nail. This is a general belief that the passive smoker is affected more than the active smoker because he inhales the smoke coming from the cigarette tip. This is not true because the active smoker is not blow smoke passing through the filter and the tip.
The Technological University of El Salvador presented the results of the study of the prevalence in the use of tobacco in students, where 5 private universities around the country participated. The research was applied to 1,824 voluntary students that are signed up at UTEC. Fabio Bautista Perez, professor and researcher of this university, concluded that between the most relevant results that young adults are the ones who consume more cigarettes than the places where they consume are the universities. Among these data, he recalled that men are the top tobacco consumers with a prevalence of 51.8%. In addition, the research proved that cigarette is the preferred due to the easy access at grocery stores, supermarkets, kiosks, and street trading, and most consumers' age goes around 21 to 22 years old. Among students, it was noted that a small percentage of 0.4% spent up to $50 for tobacco consumption during the last month. Another point that stood out in the study of tech is that students who have a job have higher consumption of tobacco than those who only study.
Tobacco smoking is a major risk factor for a number of chronic diseases, including a variety of cancers, lung disease, and damage to the cardiovascular system. The World Health Organization recently calculated that there were 6 million smoking attributable deaths per year, and that this number is due to rise to about 8 million.
We have law for tobacco control. There are 2 important articles about it, about infringement and sanctions. Well, the first one is Article 23 is light infringement. The person who sells a cigarette by unit will be fined with $57 and also the confiscation of the product. Well, the second one is Article 24 is a serious infringement. Who sells cigarettes in cultural events, educational events, and also social events, and who create false or misleading impressions about the harmful effects to the health caused by the consumption of the tobacco, and in addition to keep on the tobacco in public places that are indicated as smoke-free.
Health risk of secondhand smoke. The negative health effects of secondhand have been known for a long time. Even a slight exposure can lead to serious consequences. That is why it is so important to limit everyone's exposure to secondhand smoke. Children are particularly affected since they breathe at a more rapid rate and their immune system is more vulnerable. Children exposed to cigarette smoke develop more causes of otitis, asthma, and other respiratory problems. Seniors, pregnant women, and people with cardiac or respiratory problems are also at greater risk whenever they are exposed to the secondhand smoke. The secondhand or passive irritates the throat, nose, and eyes of people who are exposed to it. It can also cause headaches, nausea, as well as increase the risk of developing asthma, lung infection, and even lung cancer. It can bring about cardiovascular problems and damage the reproduction system by reducing fertility. The secondhand is also a risk factor for breast cancer, that is the most common in women, especially when the exposure occurs prior to the menopause.